do something here real quick. Get this there. What's going on? Well, we're going to be talking a lot about the severe weather this week coming up, starting today, lasting into Wednesday, and even the potential for some significant snow for the upper plains. But we're going to start off here with today's outlook for your Sunday. And we have that slight risk for severe weather that covers Missouri, parts of northeast Oklahoma, southeast Kansas, and even the far northwest Oklahoma or Arkansas. This is a conditional slight risk. I don't see too much going on with that today, but nonetheless, it's there. We do have that conditional 2% tornado threat that does cover that slight risk area. So I do feel like a few thunderstorms could produce a brief tornado or two, but overall the risk is not that big. There's your conditional 15% threat across that slight risk area, and then your hail threat. Not much of a change, maybe a little extension, but nothing too big. And then we're going to go to tomorrow's outlook for your Monday. And it's a little bit more widespread in terms of coverage. We're covering more of Texas, pretty much all of Arkansas, southern Missouri, far western Kentucky, Tennessee, maybe a little corner of Louisiana and southeast Oklahoma. And your tornado threat is a little bit higher for tomorrow. We got that 5% risk. It does cover Little Rock, Memphis, Tennessee, southeast Oklahoma, northeast Texas. So anywhere in this brown shaded area, we could see some storms fire up and could produce a few tornadoes. We've seen that happen before. Big tornado risk for that area before. Conditional wind threat within that slight risk area. And then we go to your hail threat, which is enhanced hatched risk. It's a 15% threat. So anywhere in this black shaded area here is where 2-inch hail in diameter or greater are expected or possible for this area of the country. So the storms that do form could produce very large damaging hail. And we'll see if that gets upgraded to a 30% risk. So we'll have to watch out for that. And then we're going to go to your Tuesday, which kicks off an even bigger threat for severe weather across a good large area of the country, from even as far north as Minnesota, with that marginal risk as you can see here. But we got that very large threat for enhanced risk all the way from Texas, central Oklahoma, eastern Kansas, parts of Missouri, and the southwest Iowa. This area here is where the greatest threat for severe weather is going to be located. And we're going to wait and see if that gets upgraded to a moderate risk. It's very possible with that parameters that are in place. But we got that very large slight risk for severe weather that does cover a large area of the central and southern plains. And then we're going to dig into the probability of severe weather, which is significant as well. We got a 30% hatched risk that does cover that area of enhanced risk for severe weather for your Tuesday. So anywhere in this area that we see that severe weather risk is where the greatest threat for severe weather is going to be located. And then we're going to jump into your Wednesday, the middle of your week, and we have a day 4, which is an even bigger risk for severe weather. It covers a large area here. We're talking all of Illinois, much of Missouri, much of Kentucky, much of Tennessee, much of Alabama, all of Mississippi, all of Louisiana, southeast Oklahoma, eastern Texas. All of these areas are going to see severe weather, but the greatest threat will be within that enhanced risk for severe weather, and we are definitely probably going to see a big upgrade in the severe weather probabilities for your Wednesday. So if you're in these areas, you need to pay close attention to the watches and warnings that do get issued for this coming week, because I do think that the greatest threat for severe weather is not only for Tuesday, but for your Wednesday as well. So if you're traveling in this area, please be very weather aware of the situation. And then we're going to jump into your winter weather because, as usual, sometimes we will have winter weather to attend to with these storm systems. Winter storm watches are in effect for a good portion of North Dakota, northern and northwest South Dakota, much of Montana, and then we got winter weather advisories here in the purple area for Wyoming and parts of South Dakota to your west. We are expecting almost 2 feet of snow here in these regions, and even blizzard conditions are very possible. And we're actually going to take a look closer into the impacts of this winter weather, the storm that we are expecting. So, point blank, 100% chance of 12 inches of snow through Tuesday through your Thursday. I'm thinking that this area here, we're going to have I-94 shut down. I do believe that with that snow and that wind, we're definitely going to have some very hazardous, maybe even passable travel conditions from Dickinson, Elgin, Lytton, Bismarck, Washburn, Harvey, Carrington, and Jamestown, Bowman, and even in Ashland, North Dakota. We're going to see high probabilities of blizzard conditions for this area. We don't have blizzard warnings issued. We don't have winter storm warnings issued, but we do have winter storm watches issued. But these are the conditions that we are going to be facing in this area of North Dakota, and even into Montana for that matter too. We do have a medium to a very high chance of close to over 2.5 feet of snow anywhere in this area of North Dakota. Like I said, Dickinson, Bismarck, Elgin, Lytton, any in these areas could see close to 3 feet of snow for these areas of North Dakota. So we're talking blizzard conditions possible, very strong winds, blowing and drifting snow, you name it. We are definitely going to be facing some very harsh winter weather conditions in this area of North Dakota. And then we are going to be looking at your the threshold for this winter weather. Timing is medium, location is medium or moderate, snowfall is moderate, and then your high travel impact. So we're talking very, very hazardous winter weather conditions setting up for this area of the country. And then, of course, your timing and your impacts, Tuesday 6 p.m. to Wednesday 6 a.m. So we're talking a long duration of winter weather anywhere in the red areas. And then we are going to jump over to this area of the country of northern South Dakota. And let's see here. Give me a moment. So here we got our severity index key, which basically represents the impact that could have on travel. We are talking extreme impacts here across western North Dakota. So I have a good feeling or a bad feeling that the interstate anywhere in this area is going to get shut down. There's no doubt about it. We got your minor threat, your moderate threat, and your major threat. But anywhere in North Dakota here is going to be feeling the snow impacts of this coming week. And we actually do have thunderstorm risk for today across the west of the James River Valley. It's just general thunderstorms. It's nothing big, nothing major. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. But we got a large area, and even we got them red flag warnings in effect. And the probability of that is really high because of the fact that we got that jet stream winds coming in, and that's going to fuel more of these fires because we're going to have really dry air on the backside of that dry line. and that's really going to fuel all of this area for wildfires. So we're going to be, I would not be surprised if we end up having extreme wildfires in these areas of the country once that storm system comes barreling in. So, very active week, folks. Stay tuned for more updates. I will be going live again on YouTube tomorrow, and we're going to actually check and see if there's any updates on the severe weather threat, and it appears we don't. So all the threats are maintained still, but we'll come back for additional updates tomorrow throughout the day. So check out my YouTube videos, my weather discussions, and even on my Twitter at Justin Franson 8. I do post a lot of updates on there. I don't really go on Facebook much anymore because of the algorithm. So YouTube and Twitter are my go-to for weather updates. So you can follow me there and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more weather updates as well and storm chase videos. And we will be back possibly later on today or tomorrow morning for more updates on the severe weather and the winter storm.